So, who's the 14th team? That would be on this side. The first one probably would be Missouri. On the east side, it'll probably be Florida State, Virginia Tech, Clemson, Maryland. Those are the teams that be on that side. On this side, the other two teams probably that they would look would be Oklahoma State. I don't see Oklahoma and Oklahoma State going to the Pac-10. I don't see them going to the Big Ten. So eventually, and there's going to be 4 major conferences, and those 4 will have 18 to 20 teams. They will succeed from the NCAA. They will have their own association. It's the same thing it was years ago. You had Division I, then you had the NCAA, but that's going to happen. And the NCAA today, if you read between the lines, they're doing everything they can to hold it together. And they're not going to be able to hold it together.
The question is, can we get on this yet?
No. I mean, this is my opinion now. This is not official. No, I think that you have to do what's right for Texas A&M. Texas has got to do what's right for them. And I tip my hat because they did. They went and did those things. Now, with A&M, you got to look at it not today, but 20 years, 50 years, 100 years down the road, what's best for A&M.
How does it affect the Texas A&M rivalry?
Texas A&M. If don't listen to people when they say you cannot play that game. Florida State play, Pitt, Penn State play, Iowa State play. I mean, you can go on and on. Yes. OU can do pretty much what they want to do. No, we leave to help A&M. And that's I don't wish anything. The difference is you have to have this attitude. If you're in the business world, you don't wish anything bad on anybody. You got to do what's right for you. And that's the most important thing. And this is what's right for A&M. Now, but I'm not making the decision, though. Understand that. Well, let me tell you the worst mistake I ever made. Now, this is non-repeatable. Hello? Non-repeatable. We beat them. Well, I was fortunate to have players that we beat them 5 years in a row. When I went to Mississippi State, all the Jets came in the field in Starkville, more Jets than they've ever had, and early in the fourth quarter, those Jets started leaving. So. And then when we came back over here in '92, the kids are over there playing. They're not paying attention. And there was a little publicity about Jackie doing something to a cow making a bull a steer, but it didn't happen, but I got credit for it. But anyway, after we came here and played, I said, it's really mind-boggling to me that Texas has the money they have, Texas has the power they have the players they have, and they let a little old Mississippi State come over here and kick them. That didn't go over very well.
objectivity
Well, if I paid $300,000 to a school, I think I'd be a little lopsided. But it really doesn't matter. The people inside knows what's happening. Unfortunately, the people outside really don't know what happens behind those closed doors. Yes.
What do you think about recruiting wise? Is it going to help or hurt?
It's going to help. Now, the school that's going to help the most is Arkansas. Because at one time, Arkansas had a big identity, and, you know, I worked awful hard to get Quentin Coriat. But I can tell you that that's the school, because it had lost its identity in Texas. He'll get it back. But if you look at Missouri, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Colorado, and to some extent Nebraska, their best players had been from Texas. So you will get Mississippi State, Mississippi, Auburn, Alabama. They'll have Arkansas. They'll have a bigger presence in Texas, but that's okay. But I do want you to understand, as a parent, I can get in a car and I can drive to watch my kid play. I cannot get in a car and go to the West Coast and watch my kid play. Yeah. It's hard to do. Yes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Did you hear
saying.
that?
Yeah.
Travis,
He hates it.
he wants to go to the tag team.
Well, that's going to be, the attorneys are going to, when we do this, they're going to slap a big number, and the attorneys are going to say, hey, wait a minute. So it's going to be, the attorneys will have to settle it. But, you know, it's already been preset. Nebraska said it, you know, Colorado said it. So for you to say, okay, you're going to pay 10 times more than they paid, they're not going to win that in a court of law.
Is it realistic we're looking at like pretty much double the TV revenue in the SEC?
Yes.
Okay.
More than that, because it's, you know, everything is done because it's TV households. How many sets, how many times you turn that on to watch that game? And the more households you have with TV sets, that's what drives, because that's what the advertisers, that's what they pay. It's very simple. When ESPN or ABC or CBS, when any of the networks give a number for a contract, they know exactly how many people are going to turn on the TV, because they have it all. They pay millions of dollars for that chart. So they can tell you, and what the SEC, because if they get the Texas market, then all of a sudden they go back to the table and negotiate with ESPN and say, okay, now here's the numbers. We were here, now we're here. You need to pay us more.
That's that dude dirty right there, right?
That's his brother.
I've seen that guy. Where have I seen that guy? Where?
Well, you got to understand that they've already given permission, and they're telling Dr. Lofton, you're the only person you're the only person who's going to talk. You're the only person, but you have permission to talk.
Is LSU, and that's still 7 hours away. Thank you.
There's
very
no
much.
timeline. It could be today, tomorrow, or
Tell him to show me.
I think y'all need to come over to the house. Let's go on the boat and drink.
I can't answer that.
Good time. Huh? What do you think? Tonight?
I'm with you.
I don't know if there's a date on that,
I'm with you.
or if they can even
No,
hold you
not,
to a
well,
date.
tonight maybe, but not leaving.
Not
But
tonight,
September
maybe.
But not leaving the SEC.
I can't answer that.
Thank you.
I'm with you.
As soon as he finishes
Thank you very